Just going to say, Adam, I'm going to run upstairs because that's where the charts are upstairs for those last two products. So we'll head up there for the PC liver brain. And by the way, those are basically all sold out, and we're going to find out. Oh, wow. We have some straggling capsules available, so we're going to find out how much we'll have available for the evening show. But we have plenty for the rest of this show, because we always hold back some capsules, but we'll find out if we can make enough for this evening, and I'll know that later on.
Thank you, Andrew. It's good information, folks. If you're just tuning in and you don't realize what's happened today, for phosphatidylcholine, for our liver, for our fabulous liver antioxidants, these two products are now virtually sold out. So we have a very short presentation. Andrew and the team are working very hard for this evening, but all we have right now is a very few of each size. So I'll take you through the sizing, and then we'll kind of dig into why it's so important. When you're ordering today, you can order PC liver and brain by itself, which is important for maintaining its filtration and regenerative abilities. Use a 120, 180, 360, or 720. Normal pricing is here, special pricing is here, so you're saving significantly. The price on liver antioxidants is the same. So the pricing tiers are the same, slightly different capsule count, but with liver antioxidants, it's 3 special botanicals to enhance the liver's ability to detoxify and protect itself. We're also offering a bundle of the larger sizes. So 360 plus 180, normally if purchased separately would cost you this. Today it's $74.90, saves you $82. If you go for the largest count, which represents the biggest value, that's 720 of the PC liver and brain and 360 of the liver antioxidants. That would normally be $289.60. We're at $124.90. So you're saving way more than you are spending. This is the time of year. It might be some of the richer foods, a few of the indulgences. Maybe we're drinking a little bit more than normal. This today's special used to happen, or typically happens in January or so. Andrew, listen to you. You said you wanted it before the holidays, before Thanksgiving, before Christmas time, so we can be more proactive. Because organs, in terms of organs, the liver works harder than anything else. And if you are taking any types of medications, of course, we're really putting it through the ringer. We're really making it work twice as hard. So it's important that we give our body the things that it needs. Again, we only have about 10 or 12 minutes here. We are virtually sold out across the board. It's the best pricing of the year. It's the biggest opportunity of the year. So please, 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 if you decide you want it, order right now. Andrew, it's an important product, and I think, as we often say, many of us, we ignore the needs of the liver.
Well, I always say the liver is the Rodney Dangerfield, for those of you who remember who Rodney Dangerfield was. He was in the movie Caddyshack and things like that, but he was a comedian that my parents enjoyed him, I guess, in the 1950s and things like that. But Rodney Dangerfield is the comedian who said, I just get no respect. And I'd always be tugging on his tie when he said that. And the liver is sort of that organ. The liver is a part of our body that we don't have any real direct connection to. Even if we're drinking alcohol or taking medicines and we know it's affected, we don't have a direct connection. I just ran upstairs, so you get out of breath, you feel your heartbeat. You have a connection to virtually every other organ in your body. Like even your bladder, urinary tract, your digestive system, we have a connection, we're aware of it. Our liver could be working like crazy. We have no connection to it whatsoever. And there's no organ in our body. I was saying the other day in the video that it's the James Brown of organs, the hardest working man in showbiz, I guess. So between James Brown and Rodney Dangerfield, gets no respect, but hardest working. But I'm not exaggerating when I say this, because any misstep in your liver's function, and it's causing consequences for all of your other organs in your body. You'd even see a change, say, in coloring of your skin, that the liver is absolutely critical. That whatever we worry about, the chemical exposures we have in the environment, any of those chemical exposures becomes the job and the business of the liver. We worry about cholesterol metabolism, the job, the business of the liver. Any of the medications we take, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, whether it's an antidepressant, a cholesterol drug, steroids like prednisone, things like that, antidepressants, osteoporosis drugs, all of them without exception, the job of the liver. Antibiotics, the job of the liver. Those drugs enter our body. They just don't naturally go away. The liver has to break them down into constituent molecules that can then be excreted. It's the job of the liver. Drink alcohol, you burden the liver. So again, there's no escaping the role. And then just even normal metabolism, cholesterol metabolism, fat metabolism, carbohydrate metabolism. So those of us trying to diet and lose weight, watching our fat and carbohydrate metabolism, it's all about the liver. Protein metabolism, amino acid metabolism, it's the liver. I could go on and on and on and sound like a broken record. But the liver does the dirtiest work, the hardest work, and it is the organ upon which all the other organs in our body are dependent. So when we talk about phosphatidylcholine, at a dime a capsule, we're talking about the most critical building block of our liver. And the marvel that our liver might only be the size of a football. Yes, it's our largest internal organ, might only be the size of our football, but keeping in football terms, its membrane surface area, which is all the area where that work really takes place, all that lengthy list of work that I was discussing. It's the surface area of those cell membranes that's responsible, that really is the driver of all that work. And we're talking about 8 football fields of surface area. What did I say before? About 350,000 square feet. That's more than 8 acres of square footage of surface area that's cleansing. That's more surface area than our body has. But it's in our liver to make sure that our body has what it needs to survive, because it's basically detoxifying the inside of our body. But how do we detoxify our liver? Well, detoxifying our liver means that our liver has to constantly be able to repair itself, constantly be able to renew itself, and the unique property that it possesses and no other organ possesses, it can regenerate itself. So what does that mean? If it could repair, renew, and regenerate, it needs its structure. And phosphatidylcholine, despite how downright cheap it is, despite how inexpensive it is, you can get a 720 capsule supply, 1 capsule a day, a dime a day for 2 years, basically. Or you could take 2 capsules a day for less than a quarter a day. So it's unbelievably affordable, and despite being so affordable, it is the crux of the structure of our liver. 2/3 of the membrane surface area of our liver, phosphatidylcholine. By the way, the primary phospholipid in our brain, phosphatidylcholine. Right. Before I ever talked about and emphasized the liver benefits of this 30 years ago, all I did was emphasize the brain benefits of phosphatidylcholine. Plus, the way we make our products, you'll get other side benefits. So along with that phosphatidylcholine, you're also getting the number 2 and the number 3 phospholipid in importance in the liver and the brain. Phosphatidylethanolamine, for short PE, and phosphatidylinositol, for short PI. So you get PC, PE, and PI, all 3. And those are the principal phospholipids representing between 80 to 90% of the lipid membrane surface area, the working surface area of your liver, and the principal phospholipids in your brain. So, knowing how important our liver is, knowing how the health and well-being of every other organ in our body is dependent upon how well our liver functions, how hard is it to justify a dime? The bundles are what's most popular,
right? But
you don't have to get the bundle. You can even just get the large PC and give liver antioxidant extracts a try. Get the small size of that. The pricing on all products and all bundles is best ever. In fact, with the bundles, even with the expensive, the liver antioxidant extracts added in, and it's more expensive, those are still barely over a dime a capsule. So remember, on that large bundle, you're getting almost 1,100 capsules for about $120, which that means it's about 11 cents a capsule. So if you went back a few decades ago, I didn't have any products that were less than 20 or 30 cents a capsule. And now you're getting these incredible products for barely a dime a capsule. No tablets to upset your stomach, no tablets to be hard to swallow, now tablets with a nasty repeat, no tablets that won't be available, that won't break down, that just pass through your body. All capsules that deliver their benefits guaranteed. And when it comes to your liver, you're getting the most important molecule for your liver, the most important molecule for your brain, and it's really unfair that I not emphasize how important the phosphatidylcholine is to your brain, because it is the most important phospholipid. We have so many reviews that talk about memory, concentration, mental acuity. They bought the product for their liver, and they're praising it for their brain. So if you're someone who, like all of us, we're all getting older, our memory might not be the same as it was. This is not for Alzheimer or dementia, but the normal age-related changes in memory, concentration, mental acuity that will all come our way. When it comes to the most important phospholipid in the brain, it's no wonder that function follows structure. So if you make sure your brain has its most critical structural molecule, you make sure it can function at its very best.
It's a time of the year where we're thinking about doing lots of things, and we're out shopping for the ones that we love and maybe getting great gifts, but this is the best gift that you can give to yourself. So I know our clocks appeared on the screen. We have 9 minutes left. I didn't expect to come in today and say what I'm about to say, but I do have to say it. With 23,000 now sold, we are down to the final few hundred in each size. So we are at this stage very close to running out. Andrew is one of the most proactive people I've ever met in terms of his team trying to accommodate all orders. So touch wood, please God, by tonight we'll have perhaps extra. I know as of this moment, what I am looking at down there is we are desperately short on supply. So let me take you through the options of which maybe you want to get. You can choose phosphatidylcholine or liver antioxidants. As Andrew said, if you only bought one, it would be phosphatidylcholine, giving our body, our liver, the raw ingredient that it needs. So you would choose the 120, 180, 360, or 720. Feel free to try it, give it a go. See that there's no side effects. This is all natural, all real ingredients. No binders, no fillers. Price is $74.90 if you want to go for the larger size. The pricing is the same on the liver antioxidants. So you talk about a great product which is helping to detoxify and protect. Pricing is the same pricing tiers. The capsule count a little bit different. Andrew said maybe you want to get the small bottle of that to try it. Absolutely, go ahead, please. If you already know you love it and you've shopped with Andrew for years and you can see the extraordinary value in the bundle, which is giving your liver everything you possibly could from the line, there is the two larger sizes here. So you could do 360 of the phosphatidylcholine plus 180 of the liver antioxidants. That's what it would cost you today. That's what it would cost you if purchased separately. Most folks, as always, see this number and then see this number. The larger sizes would cost you nearly $300. If you order before we run out, you get it at $124.90. So you're saving significantly more than you're spending. It's important to know that for many of us, we go through life and we do all these things and we're unaware that, we're not getting all the proper crucial ingredients to live our best life. And Andrew, that's a saying that's become more prevalent in recent years, living your best life. I suppose that could sum up your entire collection of vitamins and supplements.
Well, I think it sums up my approach to living. I started on TV almost 30 years ago. I'm not as young as I used to be. And so like all of us, aging gracefully it's just not an option. We really want to do our very best. Life is inherently impermanent. Life is inherently fraught with change. What I try to do is introduce products or ingredients that has science, they're natural ingredients that has science supporting them in terms of us dealing with the change most gracefully is probably the best way to describe it, that unfortunately life is fraught with change. We all are aging. As they say, none of us get out of here alive, but as I like to say, it's up to us how gracefully we spend our years here. And whether we're talking about PC, liver, and brain, what I get excited about so many of my products that we've had as Today Specials, most of my Today Specials, the only time the price becomes high is if we're offering you a 2 or 3 year supply. That when you look at the cost per capsule, the products have come down dramatically. When I introduced phosphatidylcholine 30 years ago, it was triple the price it is today. That's not adjusting for the cost of money then versus the cost of money now. It was 3 times more expensive back then. So I'm proud and excited that the single most important ingredient we could deliver to our liver, phosphatidylcholine, it's 2/3 of the liver's structural membrane surface area that does all that work. It's a dime a capsule, and you don't need to take a handful of capsules. You can take 1 or 2 capsules a day. Our liver antioxidant extracts, 1 capsule a day. That's delivering standardized extracts, the finest standardized extracts of milk thistle for Silymarin, and there's nothing like Silymarin for the liver. Closely followed by turmeric extracts, standardized for curcuminoids, closely followed by artichoke extracts, standardized for Silymarin. So whether you're getting the bundles, and even in the bundles, the large bundle is about 11 cents a capsule, for looking for almost 1,100 capsules.
Yeah.
And the smaller bundle, I think, is about 14 cents a capsule. So we've managed to make these hopefully too affordable to say no to. I know when I started my company 30 or 40 years ago, everyone said, we started 40 years ago, they said, well, all of his products are the world's purest, 100% additive free, but sometimes they're a bit more expensive. Nowadays, you see the reviews on my products, and more often than not, especially with our Ultimate Friendly Flora, our other Today Special, people say, don't let the inexpensive price fool you. It's a great product despite how affordable it is. And I think I need to give you that warning with PC at $0.10 a capsule. It's the best PC you're going to get. It also comes with phosphatidylinositol and phosphatidylethanolamin, the other two most important phospholipids. It is the building block. It is the structural requirement of our liver. Our liver is the most important organ in our body. I say that. I remember on Star Trek and things, this is going to be a bizarre digression, but they always talked about life support systems in the spaceship.
Right.
That without life support systems, nothing could happen. The liver really is the life support because that maintains the internal environment by which every other organ will either barely cling or will thrive. So to the extent our liver is working well, and it takes so little to support it, despite how much we demand from it, even if you never drink a drop of alcohol, even if you never take drugs, your liver is the hardest, even if you eat organic every meal, everything you put in your body, your liver is your hardest working organ bar none, not even close. So to think that just phosphatidylcholine could be $0.10 a capsule, that our liver antioxidant extracts could be a little more than approximately twice that. And even if you just took PC, 1 capsule a day or 1 capsule every other day, and the same with the liver antioxidants every other day, it is still a dramatic improvement over the levels of phosphatidylcholine, the levels of choline, the levels of these protective compounds you're getting otherwise. Earlier, I was reading the reviews of these. You could find hundreds and hundreds of reviews that talk about objective, dramatic, black and white changes in liver enzymes because these support healthy liver function, these promote healthy liver function, and phosphatidylcholine, when it comes to the most normal, natural things we do that end up damaging our liver, whether it's drinking alcohol or taking drugs, whatever it might be. Phosphatidylcholine has been shown in study after study after study because of its structural role in the ability of the liver to renew itself, repair itself, and amazingly enough, the liver can actually regenerate itself. Phosphatidylcholine is that key molecule. Milk thistle is that key promoting compound. So I know I get passionate when I talk about these. Part of the reason I do is because they are so darn inexpensive to get the incredible benefits they offer.
So important, so inexpensive, so affordable, and so important. From our Ultimate Friendly Flora that launched just a few hours ago, the brand new formula, to of course phosphatidylcholine, PC, liver and brain for short, and the liver antioxidants. We cannot say enough about them. They are